Welcome to our production of Peter Cottontail. Okay, say who you are.
I'm Mr. McGregor. I'm Miss Rabbit. I'm Cottontail. I'm Peter. I am Flopsy.
Okay, and here begins our tale.
And here's Mopsy.
Okay.
This is Peter Rabbit.
Meow, 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 meow. Come on now, Peter Rabbit.
Come on, Peter.
This is Peter Rabbit. He lives here in the big fir tree with his mother, Mrs. Rabbit, and his sisters, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. Come on, sister.
Come on over onto the stage.
There's Cottontail.
Okay, I'm going to put on Peter Rabbit's coat.
One morning, Mrs. Rabbit said,
Children, I'm going out. Mopsy, yeah. Don't get into mischief and be good little rabbits and don't get into mischief. Okay, Mother.
Then Mrs. Rabbit put on Peter's brand new blue jacket with the brass buttons. She picked up her basket and her umbrella, and she went off to the baker's to buy currant buns and brown bread. Say goodbye, children.
Goodbye, children. Goodbye.
She walked through the woods. Well, Flopsy and Mopsy and Cottontail were good little rabbits, and they went to pick berries. Go on now, pick berries.
Where is all
But Peter was a naughty little rabbit. He ran into Mr. McGregor's garden and squeezed under the gate.
Okay, Peter.
Come on, Peter, squeeze under the gate.
Peter.
Under the gate. And around into the garden and start munching. Peter sat in the garden and ate a lot of radishes. Then, feeling very sick, he went to look for some parsley to make him feel better. He went around the corner, and who should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Mr. McGregor ran after Peter Rabbit. He waved a rake and shouted, "Stop it! Stop thief!" Peter ran into a net and got caught by the buttons of his blue jacket.
Let's go to
Then Mr. McGregor tried to trap Peter with a seed.
Oh, Peter.
Just pretend she's
Okay, well,
Girls, okay, go ahead and try. Mr. McGregor tried to trap him with a sieve, but Peter wriggled out just in time. But as he jumped away, he lost his jacket and his shoes. Good girl, good girl. Get your shoes off. Peter ran into the tool shed, and he jumped into a watering can.
These are my shoes.
Mr. McGregor was looking for him. Mr. McGregor looked under all the flower pots. Just as Mr. McGregor was about to step on him, Peter jumped out the window and knocked over some flower pots, but he got away. Mr. McGregor was tired of running after Peter, and he went back to work in his garden. Scritch, scratch. Peter heard the scritch scratch of Mr. McGregor's hoe. He climbed up to look across the garden, and he could see the gate. Peter ran as fast as he could. Mr. McGregor saw Peter, but he didn't care. Peter slipped under the gate and was safe at last. Now head home, little girl. When Peter got home, he was so tired he flopped on the floor. Mrs. Rabbit was busy cooking. Where have you been, Peter?
Where have you been, Peter?
Peter was not feeling well at all. Mrs. Rabbit put him to bed and made him some tea. But Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail had bread and milk and berries for dinner.
Look, Marlo. Thank you.
The end.
Okay, can everyone line up right over there at the garden and take a bow? Very, very wonderful. Hold on, wait for Mrs. McGregor. Or, I'm sorry, Mrs. Rabbit.
Mrs. McGregor.
Okay, everybody take a big bow. Ta-da! Yay!